Fruits are the wonder food that has been created by God. I call it wonder food because it has plenty of health benefits when compared with the other different type of foods that we consume. Fruits are packed with vitamins, nutrients, fiber, and plenty of phytochemicals. Let us see about fruits, their classification, nutritive value, and also about the pigments that are present in them. Fruits are produced from the flowers and they are the ripened ovary or ovaries of a plant together with the adjacent tissue. Fruits are fleshy or pulpy in character and they are often juicy and usually has a sweet taste with fragrant aromatic flavors. The fleshy portion of the pericarp makes up the chief edible portion of the fruit. The fruits can be classified as follows: berries, example gooseberry, grapes and strawberry; citrus, lemon, lime, orange and sweet lime; drupes, peach, plums, apricot and mango; melons, watermelon, muskmelon; pomes, apple and pear; grapes, green grapes, black grapes and the seedless variety. Tropical and subtropical fruits include amla, avocado, banana, dates, guava, jackfruit, mango, jumbo fruit, papaya, pineapple, pomegranate, sapota, and sitafal. There are various classification of fruits, and this is one of the very common or very popular classification of fruits. Nutritive value. Fruits contain high amount of moisture and therefore they are highly perishable. They are also a good source of fiber. When they are consumed as a whole fruit, they are a good source of fiber. Fruits are not a good source of calories, which means they have less amount of carbohydrates in them. Generally, fruits are a poor source of iron. Many of the fruits do not contain iron, but a few of them have iron in them. Sitafal, however, is a good source of iron. Mangoes are an excellent source of carotene. We know the color of the ripe mangoes, which have a bright yellow to orange color, and therefore it is rich in beta carotene. Indian dates and papaya are good sources of carotene. Dates, when they are in the form of fruits, are bright orange in color, and papaya also has a bright orange color, and therefore they are a good source of carotene. Oranges are a fairly good source of beta carotene. Guavas and the citrus fruits are good sources of vitamin C. Amla is the richest source of vitamin C. Amla is the Perinellaceae. It has the highest amount of vitamin C among the fruits. Some fruits contain flavonoids, which act as an antioxidant. There are different types of pigments present in the fruits, and we see different colored fruits. Like guava has a pink color, papaya has a yellow to orange color. We have the oranges that appear orange in color. We have the apples, the watermelon, and different types of fruits have different pigments in them. Carotenoids. Carotenoids are the yellow, orange, red, fat soluble or the water insoluble pigment distributed in nature. Mango, papaya, orange, muskmelon, and jackfruit have carotenoids in them. Lycopene are present in the tomatoes. The red color of the tomato is due to the pigment lycopene, and it is also present in watermelon. Xanthophylls are present in the yellow colored fruits like pineapple. Flavonoids are the pigments that contain the phenolic group, and it includes anthocyanin, anthocyanthins, leucoanthocyanin, and catechin. So these four are called as the flavonoids. The anthocyanin, anthocyanin, leucoanthocyanin, and catechin are together called as the flavonoids. Apart from that, they also include quinones and the betalains. The first four groups are collectively known as the flavonoids. Anthocyanin. They are a group of reddish, water-soluble pigments occurring in many fruits like cherries, which are red in color, red apples, grapes, blueberries, and plums. Pomegranate have their color appeal, which appear in red color due to the presence of anthocyanins. Anthoxanthins. They are colorless, white to yellow pigments that give color to fruits such as apple. Apples, when cut, they appear white in color. Only the skin has a red color or a green color. Custard apple, which we call a sitaparam, also has a white color in the inner portion. Banana, the peel is yellow in color or green in color, but the inner portion is white in color. And also the pears. They are all colorless or white in color, and this indicates the presence of the pigment anthocyanthins. The next one is the leucoanthocyanthins. They are colorless and contribute to the puckeriness or astringency. Astringency is the acidic and the tuarpu kind of taste in the food such as apple and olives. They also play an important role in the enzymatic browning of fruits. We have already studied about the enzymatic browning in the vegetables, and we have also studied the prevention of browning. So, the enzymatic browning occurs due to the presence of the leucoanthocyanthins. Catechins, they are pigments that are involved in the enzymatic browning. Mangiferin, this is the yellow pigment belonging to the xanthone group, and it is found in mangoes. The name itself bears the name of mango, and it is called as mangiferin. Tannins, they are complex mixtures of polymeric polyphenols, and the appearance of the tannins ranges from colorless to yellow or brown color. So the color of this pigment vary. It may be white or brown or yellow in color. Tannins contributes to the astringency of foods and also to enzymatic browning. So astringency is the sour kind of taste, the acidic taste in the food, and also it contributes to the enzymatic browning like in the apples. Flavor compounds. Volatile flavor compounds are the esters, aldehydes, acids, alcohols, ketones, and ethers. All of them are organic compounds. The flavor of jackfruit is due to 13 esters, 19 different types of alcohols, 5 types of aldehydes, and 5 different types of acids. All of you know that jackfruit has a very peculiar and strong flavor. And the flavor of this jackfruit is not because of one particular compound, but it is because of complex compounds, flavor compounds that are present in jackfruit. Sugars, tannins, acids, and mineral salts also affect the flavor of the fruit. Some fruits contain essential oils, which are also important flavor contributors. So, the essential oils present in the fruit give them the unique flavor to that particular fruit. Ripening of fruit is a very important aspect in the fruits. Fruit ripening is a physiological process which is regulated by a gaseous plant hormone called ethylene. The ripening of fruit. What is the ripening of the fruit? So when a mango is mature, it appears green in color. After they are fully mature, they start to ripe. When the vegetable converts to a fruit, that process is called as a ripening process. So it is a physiological process, which means there are various changes that will take place in the vegetable when it is being converted to the fruit. And for this process of the conversion of the vegetable to fruit, we need a hormone which is present in the plant, and that hormone is called as ethylene, and it is a gaseous hormone. Certain enzymes increases during ripening, such as the lipase, pectic enzymes, invertase, chlorophyllase, and peroxidase. So these are some of the enzymes that will increase during the process of ripening. Changes occur during ripening due to the presence of enzymes that are present in the fruit. So all the physiological conversions process that take place during ripening is because of these enzymes. The color of the fruit changes from green to yellow or orange red in color. When we see a plantain which is ripe, or when we see the process of ripening of a mango, we can see the obvious changes that takes place in the color. So the green color mango will change to yellow color, then orange color. So this will be the gradation in the color when the fruit is ripening. There is breakdown of chlorophyll. So why does this color change takes place? The color change takes place because there is breakdown of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green color pigment. So this green color pigment chlorophyll is broken down, and that is why we are observing the changes in the color. Synthesis of carotenoids. So the chlorophyll green color pigment is broken down, and so now what happens? There is synthesis of carotenoids. Synthesis means formation of carotenoids. So the formation of carotenoid pigment is yellow or orange in color, and anthocyanin pigment which is red in color. So the chlorophyll pigment is broken down and there is formation of the carotenoids or the formation of anthocyanin pigment. And now the color has changed. Then what other changes does happens in the fruit? The other changes are softening of the flesh. So when the mango is a vegetable, it will be very hard. Now what happens when it becomes ripe? When it is a fruit, the fruit is very soft. So softening of the flesh occurs during ripening, and the protopectin that is present in the fruit, in the vegetable, is converted to pectin, and in overripe fruits, pectin is converted to pectic acid. So the softening of flesh takes place, and the protopectin that is present is converted to pectin, and pectin is converted to pectic acid. So when pectic acid is formed, what does it indicate? It indicates that the fruit is overripe and it may not be edible in some cases. Here in this image, you can see the various stages in the ripening of the mango. And during ripening, hydrolytic enzymes bring structural and chemical modifications that contribute to changes in firmness and texture during ripening. Hydrolytic enzymes are formed during the ripening process. Because of the formation of the hydrolytic enzymes, there are changes in the texture of the fruit. That is why the flesh becomes soft. At later stages, hemicellulose is hydrolyzed, resulting in softening of the fruit. Hemicellulose is present in the cell wall of any plant. And what happens? The hemicellulose is hydrolyzed and there is softening of the fruit. There is decrease in acidity. When mango is a vegetable, it will be very acidic. ரொம்ப புளிப்பா இருக்கும். Now there is increase in sugar, there is increase in volatile substance, and there is increase in the essential oils. So acidity will reduce. Acidity reduce means and the புளிப்பு சுவை it will be reduced, and இனிப்பு சுவை அதிகரிக்கும். So there is increase in sugar and there is increase in volatile substance. That is why we get the good aroma of the fruit, and there is increase in the essential oils. There is increase in sugar and decrease in the starch content. All these changes produces a pleasant flavor to the fruit. Tannins are responsible for the astringent taste of the banana. Upon completion of maturity, the tannin content starts to decrease and continues until fruit ripening is complete. So in the vegetable, tannin is present, and in the fruit, the tannin content will be very less. The optimum temperature and humidity for ripening is about 20 degrees centigrade. So this is the optimum temperature for the fruits to ripen, and the humidity should be around 9 to 95%. Ripening of fruits can also be done artificially by smoking. It is naturally done in the presence of the hormone ethylene, and it can be done artificially by smoking, but chemicals should not be used for the ripening process. If chemicals are used for ripening process, then the fruits become inedible and they can produce plenty of health problems. Let us now discuss about the need for including fruits and vegetables in the daily menu. Fruits and vegetables provide vitamins and minerals required for growth and maintenance of health, and they are also called as the protective food. They protect us from different types of diseases. Roots and tubers are starchy in nature and therefore they provide energy. Vegetables are low in fat and can be used liberally in low calorie diets and for weight reduction. If you need to consume a diet which is less in carbohydrate or which has less amount of energy, then you can definitely go in for consuming vegetables because they are low in carbohydrates. Particularly the green leafy vegetables have very less amount of carbohydrates. Besides providing nutrients, they also add variety to the diet due to the color, the flavor, and the texture. They make the diet attractive by the texture, flavor, and color. Fruits and vegetables contain phytochemicals. What are the phytochemicals? Phytochemicals are nothing but the beneficial components that are present in the plants, which has different types of health benefits. The term phytochemicals refers to the wide variety of plant compounds naturally produced by the plants. So they are present in the plant naturally and they include plant pigments and also the flavoring substances. Fruits and vegetables with bright colors like yellow, orange, red, green, blue, purple contain different types of phytochemicals. Beta carotene, vitamin C, and vitamin E are the nutrients that function as antioxidants. An antioxidant is a substance that significantly reduces or prevents oxidation of fatty acids and protein, thus preventing cell and tissue damage caused by free radicals in the body. So, what is the role of antioxidant? The role of the antioxidant is to prevent the free radical reaction in our body. The free radicals are the unstable molecules resulting from normal metabolic process. So these unstable free radicals are produced in our body during the metabolic processes. During these processes, oxygen molecules will lose an electron. So we know that oxygen will be present as O2. So it will lose an electron. And when it loses an electron, it creates an unstable molecule, and this unstable molecule will cause oxidative stress in our body. These free radicals are capable of attacking the healthy cells of our body in the hope of finding another electron to stabilize themselves. So O2, it should be in the form of O2, and if it loses an electron, it becomes O, and it cannot exist in this state, and therefore it will look for another O so that it can combine with another O to form O2. And in this process, they will attack the healthy cells of the body and cause damage to them. This process can damage the healthy cells. Intake of fibrous fruits and vegetables are important because they give satiety. Satiety is the fulfillment of hunger and thereby decreases the food intake. So when we consume vegetables and fruits, you cannot consume plenty. You can consume only a limited portion of vegetables or fruits because they have more of fiber. And it helps in regulating the bowel movement. When fruits and vegetables are liberally consumed, there is no problem of constipation in an individual. It is low in caloric content. It reduces the blood cholesterol level. Fiber can reduce the cholesterol level, and therefore it is very important for the patients who suffer from cardiovascular problems. It promotes chewing because the vegetables and fruits are fibrous. We need to chew more, and whenever we chew a food more, we reduce the amount of consumption of that particular food. So there is more chewing and reduced consumption of food intake. Vegetables and fruits are used in the preparation of salads, which you can consume raw. So you can consume them in the form of fruit salads or in the form of vegetable salads. All vegetables have their own characteristic and unique texture and color. Vegetables can be also cut into different sizes and shapes. They can be grated, diced, cubed, or cut into a variety of shapes to prepare salads. The orange color of carrots, the pale green color of the cabbage, the red color of tomatoes, the green peppers or the capsicum, and the white color of cucumber all indicate the variety of colors available to make the salads very attractive. Vegetables used to prepare salads contribute to vitamins, minerals in the diet because there is no loss. We are not cooking them. Only when the vegetables and fruits are cooked, there will be loss of vitamins and minerals. So when they are consumed raw in the form of salads, all the nutrients are intact, and therefore you will get plentiful nutrients when the vegetables and the fruits are consumed raw. Vegetable salads are an important means of providing part of the need for fiber. And fruit salad is colorful, refreshing, and it is also a light dessert. Pineapple, orange segments, apple cubes, papaya cubes, grapes, bananas, sapotas, mango, pomegranate are some of the fruits which can be used in the salad. In this segment, we saw about what a fruit is, the classification of fruit, the nutrients that are present in a fruit, and also we looked into the different types of pigments that are present in the fruit. We also discussed about the need to incorporate vegetables and fruits to lead a healthy life. Thank you.